Premier League 2021-22 Preview Number 9, Leeds. Guardian writers predicted position, 9th, NB. This is not necessarily Louise Taylor's prediction, but the average of our writers' tips. Last season's position, 9th odds to win the league, via oddschecker. 101 Marcelo Bielsa is the Premier League's oldest manager, but the 66-year-old's prodigious work rate shows no sign of diminishing. With quarantine regulations ruling out a trip home to Argentina, Bielsa has barely taken a day off as he aims to prove last season's 9th place was no fluke. Leeds ended last term strongly, concluding the club's best top-tier campaign since David O'Leary led them to 5th in 2002 with 4 straight wins. Along the way to the finishing line, they collected 23 points from a potential 30, conceding 8 goals in their final 11 fixtures. With the readmittance of some of the country's most partisan fans to Elland Road set to boost players' adrenaline levels, a push for European qualification does not seem entirely unrealistic. Bielsa has, characteristically, worked hard to ensure his squad's fitness reaches optimal levels, and, once again, Leeds are likely to prove exhausting opponents, capable of outrunning all comers, while retaining a penchant for winning in style. Tactically brave and exhilarating to watch, they may not retain last season's element of surprise, but have reason to believe they should prove immune to second-season syndrome that often afflicts teams after promotion. Bielsa has long been unafraid to place his trust in youth. At Leeds, he has turned Ilan Meslier into a poster boy for young goalkeepers, and, with Kaiko Kasilla loaned to La Liga's Elche, the 21-year-old Frenchman will have Christopher Klesen, a recently acquired 20-year-old Norwegian, as his understudy. The £13 million spent on Barcelona's 24-year-old left-back Junior Firpo should ensure Özcan Alioski's departure for Saudi Arabia's Al Ahly has not left a gaping hole. Alioski could operate in a few positions, and although Firpo is slightly less versatile, the former Spain under-21 international can also play at centre-half and right-back. Considering that Rafinha's fancy footwork down the right flank is once again likely to bamboozle opponents, and the gifted left-winger Jack Harrison has turned his loan from Manchester City into a permanent transfer, the immediate horizon looks bright. With England's Calvin Phillips holding things together in central midfield, utility man Stuart Dallas shining virtually everywhere he plays, and Patrick Bamford intending to better last season's haul of 17 Premier League goals, Leeds' first taste of continental combat since O'Leary's day seems within touching distance. The experience of Sheffield United, promoted to the Premier League in 2018-19, 9th in 2019-20 and relegated in 20th place last season, serves as a cautionary tale, but the alchemist's touch exhibited in recruitment by the director of football, Victor Orta, dictates few fans fear a relegation skirmish. And yet, no matter that he appears happy in Yorkshire, Bielsa is out of contract and still to sign the new deal. At other clubs, in different contexts, this would represent a crisis, but, unlike most peers, the Argentinian prefers one-year contracts and rarely rushes to extend them. Last year, he waited until 24 hours before the Premier League season kicked off before putting pen to paper, and history could be repeated. Has Bielsa taken a single day off this close season? This question is the subject of considerable behind-the-scenes debate at the Thorpe Arch training ground, where the workaholic 66-year-old, the Premier League's oldest head coach, has been supervising the laying of a new playing surface to match the pitch freshly installed at Elland Road. Unable to visit family in Argentina because of COVID travel restrictions, Bielsa spent supposed holiday time working with medics and sports scientists devising an enhanced injury prevention strategy. Even so, he has not yet got round to signing a new deal and remains the top tier's only out-of-contract manager. Not that Leeds fans should be alarmed. He invariably commits for 1 year at a time, signed last season's agreement the day before the first game, and has reportedly been spotted house hunting near Wetherby. It takes a very special player to eclipse Calvin Phillips as the most important cog in the Leeds machine, but, albeit narrowly, Patrick Bamford achieves that feat. In scoring 17 goals and creating 7 more in 38 Premier League games last season, Leeds' principal striker ensured a top-half finish. Bamford, a blend of wonderfully intelligent movement and much improved penalty area incision, remains so vital to Leeds that Bielsa has built his team around him. Andrea Radrizzani, the Italian majority owner who specializes in broadcast media, has endeared himself to fans with not only the recruitment of Bielsa, but his expanding partnerships with the parent company of the San Francisco 49ers, which holds a 37% club stake and whose boardroom representative, Para Agmarath, is the Leeds vice chairman. Plans to expand Elland Road's capacity to 55,000 while re-entering the Premier League's top 6 and making Leeds globally relevant have ticked assorted boxes in the minds of supporters. If Leeds fans were not surprised by Phillips' impressive displays during England's run to the Euro 2020 final, the midfielder won a whole new raft of admirers. Phillips is vital in joining the dots for Leeds, seamlessly linking midfield to defense and attack as they switch play in a split second. Also able to operate as an emergency central defender, Phillips' reputation has been enhanced by England involvement, but Leeds fans will hope he does not tire as this season unfolds. Marching on together in Bielsa, he comes from Argentina. Marching on together. We're gonna see you win. We are so proud. We'll shout it out loud. We love you Leeds. 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 Bielsa, he comes from Argentina. He came to manage Super Leeds. They call him a loco 'cause he's crazy. He knows exactly what we need. The goods situated right by the M621, well placed for the motorway network, and surrounded by large car parks, the stadium is easily accessible by road. Buses from the city centre take about 20 minutes on match days. Although hugely atmospheric, the ground is badly in need of impending redevelopment. Leg room in the stands is tight and some views are obstructed by pillars. An amalgam of club colours, white, blue and yellow, protecting the all-important white rose of Yorkshire arranged in a shield design. If Damsgaard signs for Leeds United, I will get a tattoo of Victor Orta. Pride of Yorkshire. No, Calvin Phillips never looks tired. If you give Leeds the ball they will make you dance. Lucas the Copcat is a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed snow leopard who shares a name with the former Leeds captain Lucas Radab.